Trent Zimmerman, let's stay on the issue of race or racism in politics, or Islamophobia more specifically. You've been quite outspoken about your views about One Nation, but clearly some of your colleagues don't agree with you. They think One Nation should be preferenced above Labor and the Greens. What do you say to those colleagues who are still arguing this, that One Nation should be preferenced above the Labor Party and the Greens?
Well, I disagree with them. I understand the perspective, particularly in relation to the Greens, that they are what I think to be a quite radical party, both on economic and social policy. And so therefore I understand why Liberals are reluctant to see us preference the Greens ahead of other parties. But there is something intrinsically wrong with what One Nation advocates across Australia. And that has to do with race. And when you see the type of comments that Pauline Hanson has made across her career, they flow contrary to everything that a Liberal does and should believe in, because essentially she's inviting us to make a judgment about a person's worth based on the colour of their skin. And there is something so intrinsically offensive about that that I do believe that they should be put down the bottom of the ticket. Now, I don't say last, because in some electorates there'll be people that have even more radical views. And
well, that's why I asked very specifically if you think it should be below Labor and the Greens.
So I think it should be below Labor and the Greens. But I have to say that I'm surprised that there are Labor candidates in the union movement today that are arguing that the Liberals should be put last in seats where there may well be candidates who hold One Nation type views. So, for example, in the last couple of weeks we've seen the union movement letterboxing in Flinders saying put Greg Hunt last, in a seat where Rise Up Australia, a white supremacist party, has been a regular contender. And I would urge the union movement and Labor to rethink that type of approach, which sends an appalling message.